This influencer is faking Down syndrome for money. Does my Down syndrome mean I'll always be too much for anyone to handle?
Right, well, it's safe to say there's a lot wrong with this world, and Down syndrome is not one of them, but rather faking Down syndrome and using it as a sexy thirst trap. And in this video, we will journey into the pits of hell once more and try to figure out exactly who these people are and what in God's green...
There's more than one? If you never tried Down syndrome before, then you haven't lived properly yet. Does my Down syndrome make me unloved? Does Down syndrome mean I can't be a 10?
Green earth is going on. It does seem like, ladies and gentlemen, there's a new kink on the market, and no, it's not cock and ball torture, it's trisomy 21, also known as Down syndrome, which is a genetic condition caused by an extra copy of chromosome 21, leading to development delays, mild to moderate intellectual disability, and characteristic physical features. The world's already bad enough with its fetishes. I saw one video the other day of some oversized woman rubbing her stomach and burping, although I was quite deep into if you know what I mean. Everything past page 50 is just fucking horrifying. But now to think that people are fetishizing disabilities, I mean, where do we draw the line, people? Where the fuck is the line? So welcome to the Jerry and...
The thing is, here's the thing, chat. We have to draw the line. But here's the thing. What's making me even more upset is that it's fucking working. Because they wouldn't keep doing it if it wasn't working. Literally, they'd move on to the next thing. But clearly there's an audience for it. Somebody's paying for this. Somebody's paying for this, enabling this bullshit.
Curtis show, and these are the people that have gladly crossed that line. Special with love, 20 US, Down syndrome. Yeah. Or maybe it's a... Special Jenny 20, Special Honey 20, Truly Special Girl. And this one's verified, and they've got the 20 US with the Down syndrome. So just by that information, they're all 20-year-old girls with Down syndrome and massive biceps. And these girls all have Down syndrome. Now, I'm not doing that because they have Down syndrome and they're not real women. In fact, it's more of the opposite. It's that these people are actually real women, ladies and gentlemen. However, they have been deepfaked. Yeah, someone really went out of their way and thought, yeah, I'm gonna get a girl on the internet that's making thirst traps, take their video, and then deepfake a Down syndrome on there.
Yo! That's even worse, because it's like, what if you see a bit that you see your thirst trap, you're like, why the fuck is she pretending to be a Down syndrome bit? It's not even her. Somebody snatched her shit and slapped a deep fake on it. So these girls is probably getting hate for some shit that they're not even doing. Oh my, yo. Whoever behind these accounts is fucking wicked. Do you know how insane you have to be to deep fake someone with Down syndrome onto somebody that's already for money?
Which is absolutely disgusting, let's be honest. AI is absolutely terrifying, and it's going to kill everybody one day. Oh yeah, it's important to note as well, I think a lot of people seem to think that this is a filter.
Apparently there's a Down syndrome filter, and there are girls out there that are putting a filter on their face that makes it look like they have Down syndrome. The girl below. They all have super hot bodies, and they're dancing around, and they're twerking with a filter on their face. Like, first of all, why is there a Down syndrome filter? Second of all, like, are people this desperate?
Now, I respect and understand why she would think that, but these girls aren't recording their thirst traps and then adding that filter afterward.
Yo. So, yeah, I told y'all, these girls are getting hate because someone thinks that there's a filter that these girls are using, and someone is just taking their shit, and oh my god, we have to stop the AI. This is it. This might be the final straw. Holy shit, bro.
In fact, these girls actually probably have no idea that their content is being used in this way. And I'm 1000% confident I prove that later on in the video. But anyway, check this out. Special with love posted. Most men's reaction when I tell them I'm into CNC/free use. Jesus Christ. Can we push the reset button on society, please? So you can pretty much tell if you've got the eye for it that is a deep fake. And let me make it very clear, there's nothing wrong with people with Down syndrome. They're just normal people just like us. They just happen to have a genetic condition. And then there's some dude out there in his lair, like...
Yeah, and he's out here profiting on somebody's genetic condition and somebody else's thirst traps. I don't know. I have no clue what CNC is.
Let's sexualize this and make some money. I mean, what's going to be targeted next? People in wheelchairs? Or is that already a thing? Oh, I hope not. Wheelchair porn. Oh, that's a real thing. Sorry, I'm out. I just got a dip. And this singular reel we've just watched is bad enough, but then the caption just makes it life-threatening. And this was the caption I just read a minute ago, but I'm into CNC/free use. CNC is consensual non-consent. The concept of consent to non-consent originated in the bondage, domination, sadism, masochism. I don't even know what half these words mean. My innocent mind. Like between two or more people that will play out as though it is non-consensual. So basically, it's agreeing to have sex and then...
Where did we go wrong? Like, what is this?
While having going, no, please, I don't want sex now. But of course, the sex does carry on after that. That's the whole point. Sexy baby. And of course, as suspected, that comment is from a 40-year-old fat guy that is balding and has his top off and his tits out in his profile picture. Faking a disability is disgusting. Using this for personal profit is even worse. Get help. You're gonna need more than help after this. They prison time on their hands. I mean, where would you send someone like this? To Azkaban. And the next reel is, would I make you stare if you saw me out? And there we go again. It is a person that has Down syndrome being deepfaked on there. Because I have the original reel. I searched not very hard. I actually had it saved. And as you can see, it's the exact same video with a deepfake. So yeah, pretty wild stuff already. Whoa, what a beauty. She's really good. Good at what? Walking? She's using a Down syndrome filter on her face to get views. And that pretty much summed it up. Girls with Down syndrome that has been sexified. Is that a real word?
It's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate that these girls that didn't do shit are getting like the shit end of the stick and getting told, yeah, they're doing this for views, they fucking suck, they're terrible people, and they're literally not even doing nothing. They've already recorded this video. They probably don't even know this shit's going on. This is... I've never seen... This is like a new low.
Sexified. But that's what gets views, apparently, because there's a market for this, if you can believe it. We're in a sort of really weird time right now on planet Earth, and hopefully Elon Musk hurries up with his rocket ship so I can piss off out of here. And then it just becomes more and more like a horror film. Just because I have Down syndrome doesn't mean I can't make it clap. Well, just because I'm a bloke doesn't mean I can't make it clap.
For sure. For sure, son.
Does having Down syndrome means I'll never be the pretty one? Down syndrome doesn't mean I can't get wet and nasty. 15k or raw dog me every day of the week for a month. Chat, are we cooked? Chat. Are we cooked, chat? And all the posts we just looked at from all the same accounts, and it's just kind of harmful.
I'm like, usually I have more to add to a reaction, but I'm dead ass speechless. Like dead ass. I'm speechless, bro. I don't know what to say to this. Bro, the nigga that's making this is probably so just sick. Bro, those is the motherfuckers you gotta watch out for. That'll dead ass do anything for money. That's the motherfuckers you gotta watch. You're stealing videos of girls. So it's not one thing to just catfish. You're adding a Down syndrome filter and thirst trapping these girls for money. This shit is insane. Where is the next low past this? Where's the next low? What's next?
Full content in a way as well, because the captions are just like sort of preying on what it is like for someone that may have Down syndrome. I imagine that these captions may actually be how a person with Down syndrome may feel. Well, not the raw dogging ones, obviously. I just mean the ones like, does having Down syndrome mean I won't find love? Could you ever love someone with Down syndrome? Yes, of course I could. So why are you preying on people's actual insecurities just to get views? And most likely the people that are creating these accounts are probably men, I want to say. And they are benefiting off this type of content with OnlyFans. They do the same thing with OnlyFans. They'll take maybe a picture of a naked woman and then put a person's face that has Down syndrome on there. Well, what the hell do these people even say when somebody asks, what do you work for as a job? Yeah,
oh my God. I didn't even think about somebody going that fucking far, but they deadass would. Making an OF of somebody that already has some videos out there and just putting it. Yo, nuke it, nuke it, nuke it, nuke it, nuke this whole shit. Get it gone. Get it gone. Mother Nature needs a break. Mother Earth is tired. She's tired. She's worn the fuck out. We're all tired. We're all cooked. We're over this shit. Nuke it. No cap. No cap. Nah, not even Thanos snapping. Everybody needs to be gone. When Thanos snapped, it was only half. Everybody needs to be fucking gone right now. No cap.
My job, I actually deepfake disabled people onto sexy bodies. Now that I think about it, I'm probably going to hell. But this whole situation has blown up enough now to the point where it's getting like worldwide media coverage. Well, that's a bit of an over-exaggeration, but just read the article anyway. Fake Down syndrome influencers created with AI are being used to promote OnlyFans content.
I mean, that is just a sentence straight out of hell.
Imagine your great-great-great-grandparents reading this shit.
What the oh my god. Imagine someone 80 years old trying to read this headline and make sense of what the fuck is going on. Fake Down syndrome influencers. What's an influencer? Created with AI. What's AI? OnlyFans. Baby, what you got me reading? Like, that's literally how a grandma would sound reading this fucking title and trying to make sense of this shit. This is so insane.
With AI are being used to promote OnlyFans content.
I mean, that is just a sentence straight out of hell.
Imagine your great-great-great-grandparents reading this shit.
Where's my glasses?
This practice, which involves stealing content from real creators and replacing their faces with AI-generated ones, has grown into a concerning industry. The resultant fake personas are then used to sell nudes on monetized platforms, with a focus on exploiting the fetishization of disabilities. One of the most notable AI-generated influencers is Maria Dupari. I think it's Maria, actually. Maria Dupari, who has over 148,000 Instagram followers. Now, the good news is this so-called Maria account has indeed been removed from Instagram. However, it's still on Twitter. And holy fuck, it is, oh my god, shit. But the face on the account is the face of a disabled person. Why did I make that sound dramatic? They all make fun of me for having Down syndrome until they see me in a bikini on the beach. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that AI creator has no idea what it's like for a person with Down syndrome, and neither do I. And a lot of us watching probably doesn't know either. And that's where it becomes morally incorrect. In the grand scheme of things, they're literally pretending to be someone with a disability and sexualizing it. Fucking hell. My grandmother watching me squirt in the blanket she knitted.
I almost ended stream. I almost ended stream. I almost ended stream. I almost ended stream. No cap.
For me. What? And honestly, as much as these people should be held accountable, it just shows how terrifying AI is also becoming. And there's also something written right here. As AI is being used in increasingly nasty ways, it's worth remembering that in the last few months alone, it's deepfaked Brad Pitt and scammed a middle-aged lady out of nearly $1 million in a crime of the worst taste imaginable. I mean, yeah, it's bad, but honestly, if someone like Brad Pitt messaged you asking you for money, it's safe to assume it's probably fake. The dude does have like fucking $100 million in his account. I don't think Brad Pitt needs money. We will get back on topic shortly, but did you hear about that shenanigans? It happened a couple of months ago, but me not speaking about it was probably one of my biggest regrets. It's a funny situation, but sad at the same time. Let me paint you a picture. There was this woman who was married, and then she gets a suspicious DM from Brad Pitt's mother claiming that he's in hospital and that he needs money for his surgery. And
the mama? From the mama. You of all people get a random DM from the mama.
These are the images that said woman was receiving.
No. Lady. That's the picture you got? This one right here. Okay, for sure. For sure.
Brad Pitt in hospital, apparently looking very sick. I'm sure most of us can tell that's obviously fake. I mean, it's so obvious. My pet rock couldn't even be fooled.
These selfies of Hollywood actor Brad Pitt in the hospital looking sick might fool someone at first glance. But look more closely
at first glance.
something's not quite right.
And this was another image that she received of him apparently in the operation room, because first things first, if this was real, who the fuck is taking pictures mid-op? Yeah, obviously, as you can tell, this is indeed an AI Brad Pitt. It's not actually fucking Brad Pitt. Why would Brad Pitt, a movie star with a net worth of 400 million, be messaging a random woman on the internet asking for money? Look, and at the same time, yes, it's sad, but it became so extreme where somehow this AI Brad Pitt managed to convince the woman to divorce her husband and to send the money to him that she would get from the divorce. And she did divorce her husband. And what in the skibbity is going on? But this was the video message she received shortly after.
Hey, hon, it's Brad.
I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying. Be fucking for real. Niggas' eyes is above the eyes. The fuck is, bro? The fuck is this South Park? Is he Canadian?
Shortly
Bro.
after.
Hey, hon.
Bruh. The fuck is this? Bro, I'm trying not to laugh.
It's Brad. Est-ce que tu peux me... Can you send me some money? Love you, Moo. On the movie, Brad Pitt, it's me.
I mean, holy mackerel.
That nigga's trolling.
He's
trolling. That nigga's trolling. Oh my god.
No way this is fucking real. And you fell for this. I mean, come off it. And if you'd done a little bit of research, you would have found out on the internet that Brad Pitt was not in hospital. I'm pretty sure if Brad Pitt went to hospital for an emergency operation, it would be all over the media. And guess how much money she sent, ladies and gentlemen? She sent a whopping 850.
Where's she at? I can be Brad Pitt for a couple days. Where's she at? I can be Brad Pitt for a couple of days. I'm literally not even joking. No, I'm not kidding. She going. She easy. This is easy bread. This might be easier than streaming for real. Oh God, find me her at. I'll be Brad Pitt for a month. Fuck it.
$50,000 to this AI Brad Pitt. But obviously the woman found out. She was very upset, depressed, you know, as you would be as a natural reaction to finding out that you've been talking to a AI generated fake man for the last couple of months. Apparently the AI Brad Pitt became quite a thing and there was fake Brad Pitts everywhere. Police arrest 5 people over fake Brad Pitt scam after 2 women lost $362,000. I just think for me that what makes this so ridiculous is that this is just so obviously not Brad Pitt. The images aren't even moderately well done. I mean, look at the eyes. Fucking hell. But I suppose it does show the dangers of AI, and I suppose if you're not aware of what AI can do, you probably would most likely fall for something like this. But anyway, let me know if you heard of that situation. I wish I would have spoke about it, but I didn't. Anyway, let's get back on topic. Congrats, you found the only 19-year-old pog that loves butt stuff and follows you back.
That just pissed me off all over again. I was laughing and now I'm pissed off again.
Oh my lord, so sexy. And it's not as if to say that, you know, a person with this disability can't be attractive. Yeah, of course they can. They're just normal people. They just happen to have that disability. But the point is to take this and turn it into a sexualized fetish. Is what's fucking crazy. Like, I feel like I'm gonna need a brain scan after this. My brain will never be the same. And of course, people are making money off this. There's more and more accounts appearing fetishizing Down syndrome. And once again, here is another example. A cute girl with Down syndrome no one was ready for. And that is the so-called content creator, if you want to call them that. I mean, are they content creators or perverts is what they are. But it does seem, ladies and gentlemen, that the accounts that own these OnlyFans are being taken down, which is good news, obviously. We don't want this shit in the world. It's bad enough, please. And then, of course, though, we have the other accounts that try to make this seem like somewhat of a wholesome thing. First Down syndrome AI influencer My sisters. But the difference here is that a lot of these images that are on this account have just genuinely been AI generated. Just all of it. The girl in the account isn't even real. It's all AI generated. I just can't imagine sitting there on a Sunday afternoon generating these prompts. AI, please generate a high quality image of a woman with Down syndrome with big breasts.
With the fattest ass and the biggest titties, and have her jogging down the beach. But also make sure she has Down syndrome. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Nice. AI, let's increase the jiggliness by 45%. Make him bounce. AI, please make her 7 feet tall.
Okay, bro.
I want you to look like the Navi.
Normal brain functions? I think not. But even despite these images on this account anyway, they still do the same thing where they take real creators and deepfake. I mean, will we ever get out of this world? There's just no escape at this point. There's no escaping this. The AI is what it is now, and it's only going to get worse in my opinion. AI is not good. I don't think it's good. I disagree with AI. Yes, you could argue there's a lot of cool things you can do with AI, but at the same time, I see it going in a very perverted way. I think it's going to become a huge problem, more than it already is now. It's even sadder that people actually believe this is real and they're actually falling for it and they're jacking off to it. That is not an assumption. The comment section says so, okay? But it's even sadder for the people who are actually rooting for these kinds of girls and feel sorry for them because they think they're real. Don't worry what others think. You are beautiful. Be grateful for what you have today. People who are like you or not. It's their loss. And if they can't take you as you, own your day. Whose grandma is that? Whose grandma? Is that one of your grandmas? What are they doing in the comment section? I want to know what you guys think. What do you think of this shit? The shenanigans that's going on here. Do you think it's healthy for our society? I think not. With that said, though, ladies and gentlemen, check out my other videos if you enjoyed this one. I'm sure you'll enjoy these ones. You can watch
influencer who refuses to shower.
These while you're washing the dishes, having a nap. Who gives a shit? Just watch.
W video. Shout out to him. I might check out some more of his stuff. Holy shit, though.